So what do I need to do? I need to add these two numbers up. That looks like 3.60. And this one looks like 80. All I did is add that column and that column. I'll bring them over here. So if I add these two together, I get 535.09. Okay, so the sum of the back sites and the sum of the foresights determine the beginning and the end. So if I've got a lot of numbers in between here, okay, do a lot of math. If I want to know if my math is right, I take the beginning number, I add all of the back sites to it, I subtract all of the foresights from that number, and I should have the ending number. So that's a math check. Does that mean you read the numbers right with the gun? No. It means you did the math properly. Okay, what do you think? You think that's, hopefully that gives you a basic idea of what we're doing. Now we'll do a more complex one, and when we get done, hopefully it means something to you. I'm going to go ahead and set up the next problem. I'll draw a picture of it for you, and I'm going to do it we're going to add a column to our table, and that's going to be the master format, okay? So let me add a column to this guy, and then I'll draw the picture. Everyone's going to start with station. Next column is a back site. It's going to have a positive above it. Next one's height of instrument. Next one's a foresight. Next one's an intermediate foresight. Next one's an elevation. Okay? Okay, let me do this little sucker. We'll do one without a intermediate foresight, and then I want to do one with one, I think. Let me see, yes. Yes, we're going to do two of these guys. I'm going to do two of these guys. I'll do a simple one, see if you can handle it, and then we'll do a more complicated one. Okay, here's the data we got in the field for this guy. Benchmark 100. TP1 through TP4. Okay, this one happens to be a plan where we're coming right back on ourselves. So here's what it looks like. Here's the benchmark. Okay, there's where we're at. Here's where you're setting up your instrument. Okay, back sight, foresight. Okay, the blue is your instrument, the black are the stations. So there's the benchmark 100, TP 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to benchmark 100. Okay, if we do this right, benchmark 100 elevation when I start should be the same as when I finish, right? If that's the case, what does that mean? The sum of the back sights better equal the sum of the foresights. Okay, so if you were in a building and you went up 5 floors, you'd be at floor 5. If you go down 5 floors, don't you end up where you started? If you don't end up where you started, you got a problem. If you go down 4 floors, you're going to be up a floor. So this is exactly the same type of thing. So now how do we do this? Well, here's the numbers I've got. When I shot this, my back sight here was 2.71. My foresight was 4.88. My back sight was 362. My foresight was 397. My foresight was 351, or back sight was 351. Foresight was 281. My back sight was 162. My foresight was 147. Oh, a second. 271, 362, 351, 351, 317, and 147. 488, 397, 281, 162, and 121. Okay, hopefully that gives you a picture from plan view. The blue is where our instrument is. There's the shot. So if I filled this in, backside on BM1 is 271. Foresight on TP1 is 488. Backside is 362. Foresight is 397. Backside is 351. Foresight is 281. 317. 162. 147. 121. Okay, let me make sure I didn't make a clerical error. 71, 62, 51, 17, 47, 88, 97, 81, 62. Perfect. Okay, now we were given the elevation of the 355.23. Okay, position 1, your instrument is right here. So you're looking back, 271, looking forward at 488. This plus that is that. That minus this is this. Notice the same process every time. You don't have to reinvent this. It should be the same thing each time. So if I start doing the math and I take 355.23 and add 271, I get 357.94. This plus this equals that. Minus that equals that. Okay? Should be the same each time. 353.06. Now that's the elevation right here. 353.06. Okay, now I'm looking back on that, and I'm going to add 362 and subtract 397. See how that went there to there to there, there to there to there. It's exactly the same thing. Visualize it. Try to visualize it. 356.68. Subtract the 2, you get 352.71. This plus this gives you this, minus that gives you that.